Let me just. Hi, Scott. I'm Kurt from hollywookiee.com. All right, so
Chris Hardwick, yes.
Tell us the truth about Chris Hardwick. You were childhood friends with him as well?
20 years, Chris and I.
Really?
Yeah.
So you, him, and Will Wheaton must have been friends from back in the day then.
That's exactly what it was.
Is that right?
I played on a hockey team with Will, and that's how I met Chris. I met Chris through Will.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, so you get...
So I've watched them, especially, through Twitter. I've watched them, their careers go crazy.
You watch them nerd out on Twitter? Dude, come on.
No, I'm having fun.
All right, so you must be a nerd then.
Am I a nerd?
You've hung out with two big nerds.
Ready? I'm a wannabe nerd. They weren't that nerdy then.
How is that
I was
possible?
playing hockey with Will Wheaton. That's not nerdy.
I guess that is true. You're
I
at the
think they
athletics.
were, but I think they were nerds at home. They didn't bring it out in the late '80s, early '90s, because to walk around in the late '80s and early '90s and say that you were a nerd wasn't good.
Oh yeah,
wasn't good.
Well, that's hockey teaches you to fight, so
Right.
they would have been perfect for that.
Now, being that uber, they know all the stuff. Look at Chris Hardwick's a fabulously good-looking guy. But he's still a nerd. That's rad.
Dude, and
This
nerd
is the
girls
time.
are now incredibly hot. It is the time for nerds.
But I didn't, so I'm a wannabe nerd. Like I wish that I had done that in the '90s. I wish I had studied up on all this.
So you're sticking with the athletic side. Let them take the nerd side.
Well, my lower back won't let me stick with the athletic side, so now I want to be like
really?
that. So
You're not even
I'm a
doing
wannabe
hockey
now.
or anything
I'm a
anymore?
poser, huh?
You're not doing hockey or anything anymore?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
I stay fit, and I'm a competitor. I'm a competitive person.
Yeah.
So that gets
All right, everybody's been saying how much this new season is going to have songs. It's going to be like a total musical season. Are you glad that you have that background, that musical background, to hold your own?
I think it is an unbelievable coincidence that with the popularity of Glee, that the cast of American Dad can sing. Seth, Rachel, Dean,
yourself.
Wendy. I guess I can, sure. That's how I grew up singing.
Exactly.
But it is unbelievable that with this popularity of musicals and Fox especially, that they took the show into that area. I mean, Steve's been singing on the show from the beginning, but just like walking through the house and singing. Now we're doing actual musical episodes.
And an album, from what someone was saying.
Yeah.
And
Haley's doing an album, Seth's doing an album. I would love to do an American Dad album someday, but it has become a very musical show, and the music's fabulous. The writers they get for this stuff is great. And it's a pleasure to have the show go into that, because we could do 7 seasons of the show and be bored of the 7th season, but now we're doing something different.
Yeah, you're changing
every
it up.
season of American Dad is changing and getting better and better and better. That's rare.
You guys got out from under the shadow of Family Guy pretty early and kind of made your own show.
Shadow.
That's not a bad shadow at all.
People come up to me all the time and they're like, "Oh, do you hate when they say I love Family Guy? It's the reason I'm on this show.
Oh, yeah.
American Dad's on the air. It's because of Family Guy."
But are you glad how separate you guys are from Family Guy? Even the audiences seem separate.
Just because if we weren't, we wouldn't be on the air anymore.
Yeah.
Because it'd be too similar. Now we have our own audience. Family Guy has their own, and some of them mix. I'm a person that watches both shows, and I think it's unbelievable that we, luckily, because you can't plan that.
No.
You can't plan to have 2 different audiences for a show to go off on its own. And it's really nice that we, for Matt and Mike too, the creators of the show, and Seth, it's really nice that it's 2 separate things and it's not compared as much as it used to be.
Oh, definitely. And the last question, it's a fan question. You've worked with the greats of Hollywood: Spielberg, Tom Hanks, Bob Hope, and Seth MacFarlane. Have you received any advice from them that you can share with us? That's just an incredible list.
I probably have received advice from all these people.
Did you listen to the advice?
No, I did. But the thing is, I can't tell you a thing that they've said, but all I can tell you is this. Bob Hope, which is the first huge person that I really ever worked with, was so kind to human beings. So I learned that, and Tom Hanks, then years later, doing Band of Brothers, and Steven Spielberg, but I didn't spend as much time with Steven. Tom Hanks just was so kind to every human being that walked up to him. That's what I learned from Bob Hope, and then years later, Tom Hanks. Always be kind to everyone. So when you run into an actor that isn't nice to people, all I say is, that sucks, because Bob Hope and Tom Hanks are very kind to people, so you can't be mean to people. That's my whole thing, So I learned to be nice to any human being that walks up to you, whether they're in your face or not. You know what, man? What are we doing this for? We're doing this to be recognized, I guess, in some way. and I like people. So,
dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate
Thanks for
it.
interviewing
Nice
me,
meeting
man.
you.
I appreciate that.